Good evening. Welcome back to Bankolako, your favorite program with me, Sheriff Conte. This is the program that comes your way on the Sunday, every Sunday from 7 o'clock to 8:30. And my guest tonight is Honorable Kebba Tumanding Sanneh, now for Fonyi Jarol, the National Assembly member for Fonyi Jarol here with me. But before we go into detail first, I'll just give him the space to greet the viewers and then tell us about the trip to China, then so that we can gain some experience there. Then we can go into detail. Today we're going to discuss a lot. Rebel, you can.
Okay, thank you very much, Sheriff, my host, and then the staff of Talent TV, and then to the viewers out there. I am Honorable Kebba Tumanding Sanneh, National Assembly member for Fonyi Jarol. As I used to always, before I start any interview, I always make sure I tell people, my listeners out there, my viewers out there, that I am not here to mislead anyone. It is very dangerous because this is about a national issue. Whatever I don't know, I don't know. If you ask me, whatever I know, I'm going to express my opinion. So this is for a better Gambia. How do we build a better Gambia? We have to voice out the truth. Like I always say to people, I was never interested in politics for the simple reason that I have seen politics that there is no truth. If you look at the global politics, how it is going on, well, I would just conclude by saying no truth.
I think that's very fair.
Yeah.
Enough to say that when you know something, you talk about it. When you don't know, you don't know.
I don't know.
You don't
exactly.
go further to mislead the
I
public.
don't know exactly.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
But first, we have last year I was following your presser. You joined presser. The phone names. I remember you hold a press
Exactly.
at the Campant village.
Yeah.
Yes, just last year. This was in December last year. I just forget about the day exactly. It was on the second, I think, second but something like that in December,
yes,
which
exactly.
was very, very important. And you've released and you've a petition, right? A petition to the president, that is President Adama Barrow, asking the president, there are certain things you wanted to be solved in the phonies.
Yeah.
But then we're going to discuss this and look at them into detail, the reasons, and but first tell us some of the experience you came with from China first.
Thank you very much. And then luckily for us, because sometimes people in the country here.
What was the trip all about?
The trip is all about capacity building for NAMS, which is fully sponsored by the Chinese government. So the first batch went 2 months back, and then I am part of the second batch, which is about 16 National Assembly members, plus 2 of the staffs at the National Assembly. Altogether it's about 18. So everything was sponsored by the Chinese government. Well, to be honest with you, when I was here before traveling to China, looking at their engagement with governments, my mindset at that time about them, and then when I reached in China, what I have learned in China, especially there are 5 philosophies about the innovation and construction, what is pushing their economy, and then I greatly admire them. Because, well, one thing about them, they are very much disciplined. And when I say discipline, in terms of finance, in terms of institutions, there is discipline within the institutions, there is discipline within the financial management, and then their revenue is growing. And then one thing I like about them that they mentioned to me, one of the lecturers, because we normally do have sessions, and then one of the lecturers told me, you see, in China, we are not involved in problems of other countries. For them, they don't take part because they say that they suffer too much. Like at the crisis that is going on in Niger, we have the Western powers, the lecturers of democracy, the so-called lecturers of democracy, telling us what we're supposed to do. China, what they do, they say this is an African problem, and then this is an internal problem. So for them, they stand aside, you settle your problem, or the African them, unless they are invited.
In simple, they mind their business.
Yes, they mind their
unless they are
business.
included
So
there.
this is what is allowing them to grow. Because for them, it's about connection, building friendship with nations, where they can come and benefit each other. What is for them, you give it to them, and then what is for them, they just take it out. This is how. But not to come to tell you what you're supposed to do, like what we are experiencing. So this is one thing I like about China. And then you look at innovation. I've never been to the United States, but I lived in the United Kingdom for 10 years. And then I've seen there, and then when I come, I do or sometimes read these politics books now. Before I was not reading because my background knowledge was administration, where I studied up to a master's degree level, and then I have an advanced diploma in financial management. So sometimes when you are talking about issues, when it comes to what are the factors responsible for the economic growth, I'm able. But when you look at our country and then the little knowledge that I gained from China, you don't even need to go to an economic school to understand exactly what is affecting our economy. Because at the moment, as I speak to you, our inflation is at 13%, which is not good for the country. This is why you have the prices of basic commodities at a very high price. How do we fight that? We have our own problems. Unemployment. It is very sad when I was in China, because when this crisis started at Niger, I had the government like talking about sending troops to Niger, when we have so many serious problems.
You are not in support of that?
I would never support it, and I have reasons of not supporting it. In fact, 2017, they were saying that we don't need an army, and then we neglected our securities. Is it now we need them to go and just sacrifice them in Niger? Because we are talking about security reform. Did that happen? No. So who are you now going to send to that place? Are they taking care of them, the government? No. And then our economy can never grow, because the economy has to grow based on investment. And then this investment must have security. No one is going to come and put here millions here when the country is not secure. We are seeing what is happening in the environment. This is why I said I don't come here to say things that are not happening. I'm saying things as they are, that no one can dispute it. You're going to not like it, but you're not going to tell me that it's not happening. No one is secure in this country.
Interesting. Interesting. So with regard to the issue of just Niger you've just raised, what do you think is the solution there?
Niger's problem is Niger's problem. Although it's an African problem, we require an African solution. African, what we are used to is about dialogue. They cannot start a fight like Niger, like maybe I am against the change of government through a barrel of gun. But we have seen it happen. And then the people of Niger are coming and celebrating. And then there was no bullet fired. So if we are saying, talking about democracy, yes, it was wrong to change a government through the barrel of a gun, but is it also now necessary to send soldiers there to go and then restore a president that is already been removed? Look, we have to fight.
They're saying they successfully did that in the Gambia here during Jammeh's era to make sure Jammeh goes, outside. Understand?
This time they're going to fail
through the intervention.
Yeah, this is why they're going to fail. What they did in 2017, when they were doing it, I myself I was crying. Remember, there was a 17-point agreement before Jammeh left. They violated everything. The government, they think that they are doing it for Jammeh. The ECOWAS is an institution that, as I speak to you, needs reforms. That institution is already paralyzed. Because why? What they did in 2017 during Jammeh's time, before Jammeh's departure, Jammeh's asset is already been shared. Should they do that according to the agreement? No. Jammeh's home, family home in Kalila is turned into a military barracks. Should they do that? No. The TRRC was an institution set using those who are enemies of Yahya Jammeh. They hunted everything that went there. A lot of it was all fake. Only they hunt for one man. They spent millions, it became all in vain.
So don't you think the information we were able to get from the TRRC also was helpful for us to know what has transpired?
For me, it's not.
You did not even believe that?
No, for me, I was listening, but we went up to a level that, why deny others to come and testify and then select those who are to testify? We are talking about victims from 1994, July 1994, up to when, 2017. Why those who attacked to kill Jammeh, and they were killed like the Farfetch attackers and the cartoon attackers, for them, their families are not allowed to come and testify. Are they not victims?
Yeah, we will go into this. We will go into.
So about Niger, let me conclude about Niger.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, now you look at ECOWAS, even our own government, because let me just say my own government, which is part of the ECOWAS. Problems are happening in Senegal. The suppression of an opposition, Ousmane Sonko. A lot of youths are here in Senegal. As I speak to you, they are talking about thousands. Even our government never condemned that. Did you hear any condemnation? No. I did not hear it if they have done it. ECOWAS is not talking about what is happening, the causes of change of government through the barrel of God. ECOWAS is not condemning what is happening in Senegal. But ECOWAS is here, after the causes have brought damage, they are here to say that they are going to Niger to sort that problem out. That war, if they go there, is going to be worse than Liberia war or Sierra Leone war. I'm not going to tell you.
And just not to forget about what you were saying in China.
Okay,
I just believe the experience will help this country. When you were there for a capacity building, and then you've seen a lot of things. But thank you very much. So let's look at this pressure that you held last year. In the Fonyi campaign village. And you write a petition to the president. And it was read by your secretary general, that is Almame Jiba.
Yes.
Now for Fonyi Councillor. And yes, and the first thing you've raised, the reason why I just stop you there, because I know they are interlinked. So the first thing you demanded there was sorry, let me check this quickly. And the first thing you demanded there was the removal of economic forces from the Fonies. Understand? That was the first thing you. Let's look at this. Understand? In its entirety, you've brought a lot of things there, and you asked for the president to act on them. But we are going to look at them one by one. So with regards to the issue of ECOWAS forces, what exactly triggered this number one there to say they should be removed there, from the Fonyi area or Fonyi region?
At the first place, let me just make this very clear. Those posted in Fonyi are not part of the ECOWAS mandate, and the evidences are there. When Arna Jatta was shut down, the economic commander, under the command of ECOWAS, who is posted there, came out to say it on camera, which is recorded, saying that those people posted in Khalil Life or Biam are not part of ECOWAS. This was an agreement made by the Gambian government and Senegal. And then that agreement was never even brought to the National Assembly. By then, I was not a National Assembly member. That's number one. But two, for me, I cannot even understand this. Although Liberia war, Sierra Leone war, I was in the high school. And then all this peacekeeping that is happening within the sub-region and beyond, all our soldiers who are sent there, they never occupied the State House. I am totally against even that one. Why should the peacekeeping in the Gambia, where a bullet is not fired? Now, as I speak to you, our State House is occupied by foreign forces. Are these people here really for peacekeeping? When we have our own security, the best within the sub-region, anyone who has their track record of their peacekeeping missions within the sub-region and beyond, they have broke out records. Now those people are no longer trusted. Okay, what triggers that now? We have seen the shooting at the borders between Gambia and Kaacha. This rebel movement, like as I speak to you, started maybe when you were not yet born, because 1982, when I was young. And then by then it was not a threat to Gambia. Immediately you just cross the border, even the next village, you can be there. You can be hosted. But now our own country, a war that we started, a war that started even before maybe you are born, when I was young now, is a threat to Gambia. And then the Senegalese soldiers based in the Gambia attacking the rebels on the other side, and then when they fire, the bullets, where do they fall? Gambia. And then the funniest thing is that, because this timber, I know the reason why they keep these people there is not about security of this country. It's about personal interest of Senegal. Because they believe that these timbers that they are smuggling are the funds they are using to sponsor this rebellion. Probably they are right. But where in which country would that happen? All they can do is let them go and fight where this timber is going. Let them go and block there. But not within our own country. It should not happen. And then the funniest thing is that our people, our government, is giving license to these timber dealers. And then now you allow these people to go and get these timbers from Kaacha, because they know that we don't have any forest in the Gambia that can just give out those products. We don't. I worked in forestry before. There is no forest in the Gambia that will be able to provide those. So which means they are giving it to them because they know the source is going to be in Senegal. Now you give license to someone to go, get these timbers, bring it again, you put another force there to seize timbers from these people. When you go to the audit report, you come across a section that said 15 million worth of timber sales transferred to Senegal government. Where are that timbers come? I cannot even understand the theory here. It's like, let me give you license, go to Senegal, get these timbers, let me put Senegalese here, let them come, you see the timbers from them. Or you go to the border and start shooting people who are even there looking after their animals, who are even there to fake animals, to fake firewood.
Yeah, their presence there,
it's not Gambia's interest.
Yeah, what I'm saying,
yeah.
their presence there, in short, their presence there is threatening people's life there. That's what you meant.
No,
exactly.
it's even destroying people's economics, because like some of us are timber dealers. Smuggling happens everywhere in this world. Now imagine the young people, they are jobless. They spend like 250,000, 300,000 to go and get these logs. Well, if they are captured in Senegal, one can understand, because what they are doing is wrong. But immediately they escape the borders and get into Gambia, they should be protected by our own people, our own securities. And that's not happening. And the worst, why I'm even angry sometimes when I start talking, how can you give license to someone to go and then get these things, and then he comes in back, you cannot protect that person. You seize that timber again and sell it, and they give the money to Senegal government.
Yeah, another thing here, that is the you've also included in your petition, is to conduct a transparent inquiry into the death of Mr. Haruna Baji, and also Haruna, yes, Haruna Jata, and also unlawful arrest and detention of Modu Boja. Now, first, how did Haruna's death came?
Because what happened, I was not there at the demonstration ground, and by then I was not a politician. I was an administrator.
Demonstration was for
the demonstration was for the simple reason, because the soldiers who were at Kalilai, that housing estate that is built by Jammeh, because that's where they occupied the Senegalese soldiers. So normally what happened, even if the children are out, or the people or the community, they are out to maybe take their animals to the grazing site. Anytime their animals go into this territory, these soldiers will just get them, slaughter them. They find them. And then when you go there, they ask you to do monkey dance. They were slaughtering people's animals, domestic animals there. People were angry. They started reporting to the government, no action. By then, 2017, 2018, only a few people were talking against it. Because anytime we complain in Fonyi, they said whether we like it or not, these people are here forever. It is now that we have people guiding us to say that let these people move out. But this was the slogan by them. They were telling us that whether you people like it or not, these people are here to stay. But this is what they were doing. And why would they be even in Kalilai? Why? And then again there, our animals are not allowed to cross the border. Anyone who knows Gambia, you just walk through 1 minute, even Kalilai, you have a compound that is part of Casamas. Some of our farmlands are in Casamas. So anytime there's a border, that's why sometimes they say that it's no man's land. Border is always no man's land, because they are connected. But now if the animals just cross that side, they shoot you. You are a rebel. A young man, if you go in the evening, like how they arrested others, you go to look for an animal just across, you are caught there, they said you are a rebel. You are in trouble, they take you, beat you there. When people start making noise, they leave you.
So that's what triggered that demonstration.
Yes, so when these people were going there, they were asking them to do monkey dance when they are looking after their animals, and they find them, some they found them slaughtered. You start talking, they ask you to do monkey dance. That's the time the community get up. Maybe the other thing that I am not sure they have done, maybe they have not taken permit. Probably they have done a digger. That one I'm not sure. But when they came out, they are not armed. And they said they just started to march to walk up to Campbell Johnson. They were confronted by these people. By then, the Minister of Interior, I don't know even how he was qualified to be appointed that position, my party, even came to say that without even making any further investigation, he did not report there, saying that those people were using weapons, traditional weapons.
While demonstrating?
Yeah, but it was a lie. They were not holding anything, the people were there. Some of my people...
You were informed about that?
I was informed. Some of my people from my village were even part of it. Because before they wanted to arrest everyone, and later they said no. Some of them came to join, that we don't need these soldiers there. It was just like they were chanting, we don't need these people. And then they said, no, disciples. So these people are threatened by saying that probably the group that is demonstrating, they have rebels within. And that's what triggered them to fire this guy. But there was no return.
Yes, so that was how Haruna was.
Exactly.
Now we look at detention of Momodu.
The Alcalo.
Yeah, the
Alcalo and
Kaloro
others also, you know, when that problem, because what happened was this truck came in and then the Senegalese were casing, and when they cased these people, because that's how the fight even started. The first people that were apprehended, it was 8 Senegalese soldiers, because that's what made these people very upset, until later they have to now attack. When they apprehended, if you could remember, 8 Senegalese soldiers were apprehended by the rebels, and it was negotiated by the Red Cross and other, I don't know, international institutions until they were freed, the human rights or whatever. But what triggered that was because they were casing a truck, they went to the border, and the people out there said, look, they stopped them even. So hadn't been they wanted these people to die, they would have just kept quiet. But they were informed that by telling them that, oh, look, don't pass this territory, because if you go beyond this, you have rebels on that side. They never listened. They went and fall into their trap. This is how most of them were captured. Now, the CID, that's the SIS, I call them NIA because it was never formally, the name was never formally came. It should have been brought to the National Assembly to do the amendment. But by then, the government 2017, 2018, it was whatever that comes to their mind, they do it.
We'll come to that.
Yes.
We'll come to that.
So now, they just came there. So, but this SIA, when they had to collect information, he was arrested. They said it's a rebel. And then when they came again, this Alcalo was out there looking for his animals. He was also arrested.
While they were patrolling?
Yeah, they are patrolling. They said they are rebels. So any young person, if you are found within the border of those villages, you go looking for your animals, you are arrested, you are a rebel. And then you said, why should that happen? Why are even these people there? This is how they arrested these people, took them there. The other guy was the SIS guy,
yes,
was beaten there, $40,000 up to date. He did not recover his money.
That is Abdul Jame.
Abdul, yes, still up to date.
But he was released later.
He is released, but up to now, his health is in a bad condition. Now, if you are talking about the human rights violations of 1994 to that, we are talking about compensating of the victims. Look at what is happening now.
But they are saying most of you don't talk about what Jame did, and now you are asking for justice.
No, let me tell you. Why should we now? Why did we came government? I said I'm not here to defend anyone.
No, I am putting this to you.
Yeah,
because that's what people.
So
yes.
No, I'm not you. Actually, I'm responding
yes,
to.
Exactly.
They said Jame was killing people. That's why we said Jame was mismanaging. Let me just tell you. They said Jame is corrupt. We are saying a lot about Jame. Any death by that time, even if a frog dies, it's Jame who killed the frog. It's Jame who ordered the arrest. But the causes of the death of those people was never investigated. They never interested to know. Was it really Jame? No. We have seen it at the TRRC. Question posted by SFR. Did you kill for your Ageme? Did your Ageme ask you? He's only satisfied when you say yes, it's your Ageme. We have seen Sana Sabali's testimony. The first day, Sana was saying everything okay. But if you look at what Sana was saying, Sana was taking all the responsibility. But he was forced now to say that no, the orders were coming from Jame. We have seen it how things came.
Not forced.
No, he was. We know. TRRC, we know what happened there. They were trying to force Edward Singate to say the same thing. What did Edward say to Isafal? Remember, this is not what we discussed in Abuja. Didn't he came? We are working. Even though whatever I'm saying here, I was working. He said, remember, what you told me in Abuja and what we want to discuss now is different.
So all the victims that testified, you did not trust them.
No, we don't trust them. Now, when you start mixing lies, because it does not happen in my presence, certain things immediately I knew it was lies. Certain things you wanted people to say it now. I became confused. Which one now is truth and which one is lies? We wanted to know the truth of reconcile. But most of it, I will tell you, is false. And then what makes me...
But you believe Jame did some human rights violations?
There is no leader in this world who did not do human rights violations. So I can never defend Jame to say that Jame did not do it. Because anything that happened is happening now in Adama government. Faraba incident. Was it the Adama Barrow who ordered people for them to go to Faraba and shoot people? So another TRRC is coming. We have seen it. One of the soldiers killed, thrown into a well from that village, Brock. Was he ordered by President Adama Barrow? People have been a salon girl murdered. They apprehended the person. He was a Senegalese. They said the hot pursuit, the agreement that was there, if somebody does something wrong from Senegal, they will give it to the Senegal government. And then the suspect was given to Senegal. Are you hearing that case anymore? I can name you now who is just there for a short period, just 7 years. Let's talk of that. Now, Gambia 22 years, am I going to deny? Because what we are talking about, the Gambia was what happened within his administration. So the 22 years, anything that was happening is Gambia. And then for Barrow, the worst is happening because no one is scared of Barrow. This is why for me, Barrow's leadership, I cannot support it. It's weak.
Yeah, but we are talking about human rights violations here. You remember that is the CID officer Abu Jame.
Abu Jame and others were the three. They arrested them. They beaten them. This guy cannot recover his money. His health in a poor condition, and then no one is even taking care of it.
Also to close and remove the Senegalese at the Biam checkpoint with immediate effect.
What
and allow women of Biam to access their rice fields.
Yes, we told Adama Barrow when we went there. It was.
We will talk about that.
Yeah, okay.
I just want us to go back. We will talk about that when you met President Barrow.
Yeah.
That was on March.
Yeah, March. I forgot the date exactly.
It was March. Yes,
exactly.
I knew it.
Okay.
Yeah, but now we move on to the to conduct an impartial to close and remove Senegalese from Biam checkpoint, and also to allow women of Biam to access their rice field also. What actually happened at the rice field?
No, when we went to Barrow, because the rice fields, anyone who knows Fonyi or any road user of Jara Soma, Banjul Road or Brikama, that place during this time is always green. The rice field of Bajana, the rice field of Sunjang, you go up to Biam. But since these people occupied in 2017, how can you be just cultivating rice there or farming rice there when the man just bending over there? They will not even allow, they wouldn't even allow it because some of the rice fields, that's where they put their lunches or whatever.
In the rice fields?
Yes, in the rice fields. It was there. You go there, you find them there. I mean, sometimes the way I dress, it's difficult for you to notice that I'm a National Assembly member. I don't just go and make statements. I said, I'm not there to mislead people. This is a national issue. Why would I accuse Adama Barrow? When things are not, what he's doing is right, but I'm trying to police it wrongly. If I do that, it's going to be a continuation. When it's wrong, let's condemn it that is wrong, so that we at least develop something that will, all of us will benefit. All of us want peace. Why would I defend something that I know that is not peace? And I come out to defend because I'm not in support. No, I always tell people, I'm not an opposition to Adama Barrow's government. I'm a critic. Someone critical of his administration, his governance. This is me. It's not about coming to tell Adama Barrow everything is wrong. Now, if that is happening there, the bright people of that, now the funniest thing is that the MP who was there was complaining, but now the MP now is saying it's all right because it's not there. Sometimes, that's why I don't join when people are just this odious, insulting, and this thing, because I cannot understand the logic here. Today, I complain of it. The problem is not that, but I come out again to say that no, it's all right. What makes it all right?
So Yankuba Baji, the death of Yankuba Baji also of Jifanga,
okay.
Yankuba Baji was also included in the petition.
Yes.
How did that came? How did Yankuba Baji, how was he?
Whatever they say about it, these people, whether they went there, they are farming this thing, cannabis or whatever, you know, there is no law that authorizes people to use guns against someone who is not armed. Let me say that. Because that's what people wanted to say. We advise them, the National Assembly member, my commander, Almame Giba, always go because it's his area telling these people, please avoid the border. Because these people are no longer using laws. They do whatever they want. Our government is not doing anything about it. It's happening.
But they were farming?
Yes, they said that. They said that because I was not there to confirm.
That's what they said.
Yeah, that's what they said. These people were out in the morning to go there. So they were farming. This thing, cannabis, they said cannabis. That's what they said. We are not going to do. But one of my argument here is, even if they were farming cannabis.
Yeah, I understand that.
It's unlawful for them to shoot at them. People who are not armed. You've seen them. Why don't you arrest them? But they are just cowards. This is why I say that these people are not brave men. You using the drone to fire these people to kill them. You having guns, they are not armed. If you are brave, why not you come for them?
So that's how Yankuba was.
That's how he was killed. What they said was there to fetch firewood. Remember, Wasadu, where I live, if you go to Kabai, few meters away, even some of our firewood, where we get that is in Casamas. So if they say they've gone there to look for firewood, I cannot deny. But if they say they are also there farming cannabis, I cannot deny. But my argument here is that they have no right to fire people who are unarmed, even if they are doing something illegal. If they were having guns and they were shooting, now they have the right to say that's self-defense. But this killing of these people, was it self-defense? No. Which law gave them the right? Is it international law? Or
So
is it
your
our domestic
point, they
law?
should have arrested them.
Arrest them.
Take them to
Yeah,
the
but
law.
people who are just supporting this government or others will come out to say that. And then the funniest thing, where are the human rights activists? Gambia, we are taking the list. All what is happening in Fonyi, most of them don't even go there. These are people who are sitting in Senegal, singing songs of human rights violation during Gambia's administration. The same human rights activists, what is happening in Senegal? 2017 Senegalese human rights activists, the problem of Gambia was like their problem. Talking on radios, talking everywhere. What happened this time? He turned to Senegal. Maki, they are Democrat. Maki, this today. Are they calling him a Democrat? He killed more than what Gambia has killed for 22 years. Because how many people have died within this demonstration? Did any of our human rights, have you seen them condemn it? Just bring the newspaper. Our government, did you see them condemn it? It did not.
Yeah, but some human rights advocates also condemned it. I'm not saying the government. I'm saying the.
They condemn under the pressure. You know, those who are hiding there. We know some of these people, they're activists. Activities that time. Some of them, Senegal was their hideout, and who was responsible of taking care of them was the government of Macky Sall. Would they talk against Macky Sall? They will just talk under pressure. Look.
But one of them, a strong critic, Madi, condemned it several times.
When did he condemn and when did the program start? Look, that's why I said that the ECOWAS. Madi alone, is it only Madi who is the human rights activist in the Gambia?
No, not
we have the institution here. Why didn't they come as an institution? Why did they not put pressure in Senegal? Only Madi has to come, and when did the Madi come out? Our government only praised Macky Sall. When Macky Sall said he's not bidding for third term, they said Macky is a Democrat. But when problems were happening, youths have been arrested. They are killing people. Our government, we have not seen any statement made by government to say that we totally condemn what is happening in Senegal. I have not seen our human rights activists to say that we totally condemn what is happening there. I've been monitoring.
But I'm saying Madi came
one of the
strongest critics.
When the strongest critic came when? And how many times did he visit even
So your problem is the time.
The timing. It looked like when I'm under pressure.
And you mentioned Fonyi. Well, is it because Madi did not...
Why was it? Yes, what I'm saying. And the same thing
and
for this. Because where was Madi? All these people, they are root during Jammeh's fight in Senegal. In Senegal. Now, if Adama is hosting me and defend me, do you think if the Adama starts certain do you think I'll jump out to condemn Adama? We have to say the truth here. This is what I'm saying, that I've never decided to be in politics, but I'm not ready to die for politics. This is my country. This is the only place I call home.
Yeah,
what is happening here, I don't like it.
So quickly, and we have also the immediately published investigation report surrounding the death of Sirifo Gobi Kujabi and the Janke Bojang of Fonyi.
Yeah, nothing happened. Up to now, we don't get the results.
What happened? What actually happened leading to there?
Because for Janke, it was like what I said, Jammeh's time, any frog that died is Jammeh who killed the frog. So Janke's issue also, I think, was the woman from Fajikunda, who was, I think, even pregnant, something like that. They found him found her in the house or in the room, and then she was murdered. Now we have to say government has to investigate and give us the report. Aruna, since the Minister of Interior, my brother comedian, I call him because he was just an actor.
Who?
My party. For me,
Why
I don't.
Did you say a comedian?
A comedian, because how can you become a Minister of Interior? Something happened, no investigation, no report. You jump to conclude by saying it's traditional weapons, and then later even Halifa Sallah have to come out to condemn that. It's not traditional weapon. They were not armed. The pictures are there. You know now people have camera, these mobile phones. We have the evidences. They were not armed. And then later now they say they'll investigate. Is the report coming out? They were saying that Jammeh, anything that happened, I Jammeh this and this report. But Jammeh has been sacking even the police officers for failing to provide the reports on time. It has been happening. But for them, is it happening up to date now? You are telling me that Abnagaras there, they cannot come with the report. Guvis there, they cannot come with the report. That lady who died at the salon, the suspect was a Senegalese, and then was handed over to Senegal government. The report is yet to come out. So what truth are we talking about here? What human rights violation are we talking that we want a truth and reconciliation? That now let's learn from what has happened and avoid it. Instead of learning from what has happened, the worst is happening. 7 years, I can name you. Had it been I know that you asked me to I'll come with a list. You'll be surprised. Jammeh 22 years. Most of the people who are his victims were sponsored to come and coup d'etat him. Go and take that action to borrow whether you'll go free. You want to take a gun to come and get me out, like what happened in Niger, and you think you'll go free. If this man was aware, like the Niger president, The presidential guard who runs for him, it was the presidential guard who coup him. But imagine if others have come to coup him. Would you, and Gambia, most of these coup d'etats that were sponsored, they only wait when Gambia is outside the country. They attacked 30th December, Gambia was not. And we have seen it in TRRC. People who are coming to confess that how they mobilized, because now there's a breakdown within the party. Some people are even saying that who put their money, who bought these guns in the US, how they were playing, all is reported. Did anything happen to them?
But you believe that? You heard that from the TRRC.
No. Oh. If you are telling me what you did, why would I deny? Not somebody accusing you. It's not someone telling
now that. The victims that testified against
my problem. No. I'm not saying I don't believe that they are victims. If I come, I tell you I'm a victim. I'm not the one. You are not there to tell me no. But how did I become a victim? You have to tell us. I cannot just say, Sirif, you're one of your staff is a victim, and I said, yes, Sirif is the one who is responsible. How did he become a victim? I respect them. Like if I tell you here, 1981, if I tell you that I'm a victim, would you agree? I was young. My brother, Simon Talibo Sanneh, was part of the 1981 rebels. Kuka Samba Sanyang come from my village. And then, because of they are rebels, our biological parents were beaten. Our biological brothers were beaten for the only simple reason they are just biologically relatives of these people. You tell me what have they done? They were arrested. 1983, I was in Sintet by then. The people in government, they came there because these agric loans, that's how they call it. So the farmers who took these loans, they brought the Senegalese. By then the Senegalese were here. They got into Sintet. People may be listening to my this or just watching me. People were beaten in 1983. I was young. I was in the primary school for failing to pay. And you know what happened? By then, Oge Gallo, may God, may his soul rest in peace. They sent there these soldiers. They went there with butchers. By then, I never knew they are butchers. But what they do, like they come to you, Sheriff. Okay, Sheriff, how much did you owe agriculture? 2,000. Like you are the farmer, you threaten me. You have to pay this, or we're going to take you to jail. This and this. I say, no, but I don't have money. Don't you have an animal to sell? Yes, I have a bull there at home. Okay, you have to go and tell it. But now I'm here. Go to this guy. Bring me now. The butcher is sitting there. Now you come there because I want to pay this debt or loan. There's no way. When I go there to bargain, you give your own price. I have to agree because I want to settle the debt. Some we are forced to sell their domestic animals. So I'm not saying something. I was young. I was observing. The day they came to the village, I was in the school.
But you seem to believe victims that just did that the other one, and then you seem not to believe. That's my problem.
No. My problem at the TRRC, what I'm saying, I'm not saying I don't believe those who say they are victims.
Yeah, I heard that.
What I'm narrating here is that how did
you are not interested in the
I'm not
TRRC issue.
No, the TRRC issue where it was fake, it became selective. Why I said it became selective? Why those people who killed the soldiers of Parafenya, and their families are there? Are their families not victims? And if you say that we are investigating something from 1994 to 2017, and that happened within the period, why are we failing to call those people when they say no, we are not interested? So who are you interested? Means the victims who will be about Gamme, but not those who are there to kill Gamme. You tell me, Sirif. Let's listen. I said this is our country. You tell me now. Those who kept up to go and kill Gamme, Farafenya attackers, but before coming to Gamme, they kill innocent people, 8 soldiers. One of them is my uncle. They fought, and then the sad thing about it, the funny thing about it, when this Mbalo was released from prisons, because this was a guy, even Gamme, even Padimbe, but he was called there. He came to the radio station, was it Star FM? I wish this guy was out and he met me. If he has trained in Libya, he would know that I trained in the Gambia. And this guy is telling how he killed. He's happy to say that. And people are saying, are you the Mbalo? By then they're making him a hero. And this Mbalo is saying how they killed this guy, hold him, cut off all his jujus, and they just operated his stomach and they just slaughtered him. Ask people who just have seen that dead body how that guy was killed. Brutally killed. But Mbalo was proud to go and sit on a radio platform talking. No one is going to be condemning that. And then you said you are interested to know about the truth. Those 8 people, the families of those soldiers who were out to protect you and me, to make sure we sleep in peace. Their families are there. You said you are not interested about them, but you are interested about those who are killed. And how did Gambia kill
So
them?
you have a problem with Bala being free?
Why, no. If it's been pardoned, I understand. We have to learn to forgive and forget. But if I have done something that you know that I have done it illegally, why would I come out again to just throw my be pompous about it? You are proud to talk about the issue. This is what makes me angry. He has done it. He was jailed. He was pardoned because he was supposed to serve a lifetime sentence. But later he was forgiven.
He was also a victim.
Yeah, look, listen.
He was also a victim.
I respect. Yes, he was a victim. A victim in the sense of what? How?
Yeah, and his nipple was even cut.
How you came to? He was lucky. He was not. Listen. He was lucky.
What I'm putting to you is
what I'm saying.
He is also a victim.
A victim of what?
Like, for example, in Sana's case.
No. A victim of what? You are talking about. Don't go to Sana.
They violated his right.
No. How was it violated?
I'm saying his nipple was even
someone who slaughtered someone, who slaughtered somebody. He came to overthrow starting at Farfenye. Serif, today you and me are sitting there. Imagine this war hadn't been started in Farfenye before the Rick Banjo. How many innocent people would have died? You tell me how many properties also would have been damaged.
Yeah, I understand.
So now the person who did that, you are lucky whether they kill him. Was it an order from Jammeh to take out his nipples to do something? So whatever that has happened to him, that's what he went for. Serif, may God forbid, if you and me today get up right now to go for battle at the State House, you think we are not killing ourselves?
Yeah, now,
would we go free?
So now we have, let us just conclude this quickly. And also, the number 6 stated that to immediately publish the investigation report surrounding the live gunshots of one Ismaila Tamba of Kanilai, and to immediately publish the investigation report surrounding the death of Haruna Jata caused by the Senegalese. We've discussed about Haruna. But also this one.
Yeah, all this one.
This Ismaila Tamba, how did that one came?
Ismaila, according to him, there was a push and pull. You know, he's an ex-soldier. So he found these people at the checkpoint. So they are sort of like push and pull, park your vehicle there, this and this. And then through that push and pull, they fired him. But they are saying that it was an error. You know, you never accept to say it was an error.
Who said it was an error?
Yeah, not later, what happened at the scene, but not when it came now officially. You know, when an incident happened, you go there, they said it was not deliberate. Now, make an investigation and give us a report for us to know that it's not deliberate. Because it was fired. No one is going to deny that it was not a bullet. How was it fired? Because Ismaila was not armed. We need an investigation. We need a report. That report is yet to be provided.
So you, at the end of the day, you concluded by saying, however, if the government fails to fulfill the demands highlighted in the letter, grave consequences and ripple effects will arise. What did you guys mean?
What we mean here, listen, none of us in Fonyi, anyone who knows Fonyi, if I tell you maybe if you don't come from Fonyi, you may not appreciate it. But Fonyi is the most diverse area. Fonyi is the most tolerant people. You have every tribe in the Gambia in Fonyi. We give you our lands. When we are young, even our parents, when a stranger comes down, a visitor, they'll ask you to drop from my bed and we give it to the stranger. So now if this thing has happened, when Gambia is ruling 22 years, you go to, I always tell people, Gambia, every community you go, every village, either you find one has been one time a director, a permanent secretary, a vice president, a minister or whatever, whether the person was fired or whatever. But you cannot pass like Brekama, you go to Kembuge, they tell you, all the past 22 years, you have never got a minister, a director, whatever. This is high position. So you look at Gambia's administration, almost people, the whole country was part of it. So whatever that happened within the period, whether good or bad, it was us. The Gambia problem is attitude problem. We are part of. So if the change of government is all about Fonyi, are you bringing peace? Because this is what we have seen. They brought soldiers there, they put them there. Fonyi 5 directors were sacked immediately without any proper investigation about them. And when they made an audit about them, none of them was found guilty. It was like only them. And then it's not that I hate Masane Kinte, but I do ask myself, the only person hired to become the CDS, of all the ex-CDS, Masane Kinte was the only qualified person. How? You look at again, Tangara. Tangara also worked for Jammeh, Foreign Affairs. Why did they hire Tangara? But Modu Sabal is not allowed. The finance minister, by then, Gambia's time, was this guy. What's the name again? Mamburengai.
You are deviating from the
No, I'm not
question.
deviating. I'm trying to give you examples.
Yes.
But Sabal is banned, but Mamburengai is allowed to work. Let's be honest on this thing. What sense does it make? Sabali is not a soldier. Sabali has never picked up a gun.
So you mean there is a selective justice?
That's what even confused everyone about whether TRRC, Jane Commission, all those things. For Jane Commission, it's even worse. They cannot even tell you the exact figures or the amount they gain from the sales.
So what did you guys meant by saying the
what I'm saying?
Yes.
People get up. They wanted to demonstrate. We have to calm the people down. Phony people are not violent people. Phony is not known for violence, but not we are cowards. I always tell people, the 1981 coup d'etat, we are all phony. Jammeh's coup d'etat, we are all phonies. This rebel movement in Kaacha and Ghana, 3/4 all phony people. So would you call us coward? But Barrow himself will not tell you that I'm having problem in phony. The only problem is having phony, all of us supporting him. No alliance, we are dominating, and we continue to dominate. Because for me, it's about the country, it's not about an individual.
So now, after writing this petition read by your Secretary General, you now follow up. You understand? You now follow. But immediately before visiting the president, there was a press release from the government here. I'll just read a bit from it.
Okay.
A press release.
Okay.
You see, press release dated 11 December 2022,
Okay.
stating that in the wake of a recent press conference convened by the National Assembly members, mainly from Foni constituencies, on the 2nd of November 2022, the Gambia government wishes to clarify serious unfounded allegations raised by the representatives. Among a litany of complaints, the honorable members raised concerns over presence of economic forces in Foni, investigations into the deaths of certain individuals, particularly the deaths of one Yankuba Baji, the unsubstantiated allegations of unfair termination and dismissal of Foni citizens from key civil and public service positions, as well as targeting of people from Foni by the various commissions of inquiry. The Gambia government takes these statements seriously and wishes to restate for the benefit of the 5 National Assembly members and the public that security and territorial integrity of the country are paramount. The presence of the economic forces across the country, the Foni region inclusive, is necessitated by genuine security concerns exacerbated by a porous southern border. The economic have been instrumental in maintaining peace and security as the Gambia navigates its very sensitive transition. And it says, time is going, but this is important so that you can respond. The government takes allegations of loss of all human life very seriously and is committed to carrying out all necessary investigations to ascertain the circumstances. With regards to the reports of shooting of Yankuba Baji, investigations have confirmed that Mr. Baji died across the border in the Casamance region of Senegal. The late Mr. Baji was non-Gambian registered refugee with the UNHCR and had resided at Difanga village. Meanwhile, the Gambian authorities are closely working with their Senegalese counterparts regarding this case. The Gambia government registers its total disappointment with the false allegations of unfair targeting of people from Foni region by the various. Let me just conclude. The Gambia government registers its total disappointment with the false allegations of unfair targeting of people from the Foni region by the various commissions of inquiry, as well as the unfair termination and dismissal of public officials and civil servants. The press concludes here. So actually, what do you?
What I'm going to tell you, I think it was just to let it into the papers and publish. They should have written to us just as we petition.
So they didn't write.
But no, we don't see any letter. We just read it on the papers, like what? Which is all false what they have written here. This guy who was writing Sangare opened an Echo Online newspaper during Gambia's time. Nothing good about Gambia he has written it. I want Sangare to sit down with me. Even if you want, invite him to come. I'll tell him. If I want to face him.
Well, Sankare should.
If he does that, I'm interested to face him, and he will come back. I'll refer him back to the past ones and the right now. Even this thing that is written here. Now, the argument here was that it's like these people are not Gambians. If they're not Gambia, do they deserve to die? Let's go to the UN Charter of whatever, Red Cross and whatever. These people, whatever, they are from customers, they claim to be refugees, they say, but at the end, Almami, Honorable Giver, provided all their documents that they are Gambian. One of them, was it Yangba or the other one, was about even to depart for United States. He just followed these people. He said he was gone there, maybe his last day, like I'm the friend. You tell me, okay, no, let's go there. Today's our last day, because next week I'm traveling. That's how that guy died. But these people attended nursery school, primary school, everything. When Almami produced all those documents, if you are talking, Almami can even bring them to you to verify. No, nothing was written again. So why would they say that it's false now?
So government did not respond.
Government did not respond to that one, but everything was provided to the Minister of Interior. And even Sangare himself to come and now the argument is, why should they go there? Because they know the border is hostile. Because is there any war going on? Can we avoid getting firewood there? Can we stop our animals going there to graze when you are just living at the border? This is not possible. But even if they are Senegalese and they are residing in the Gambia, what rights or what law empowers them to shoot and kill these people? You tell me. Because the arguments like Senegal, maybe they deserve to die. This is what I'm seeing. So if they say it's false and this they are just lying. And again, if they say that the target about Fonyi, immediately the British government came in 2017, all the five directors from Fonyi, all fired.
Did they give reasons to say the reason why they are fired?
No reason. Let them come out with the reason to say that we fired them because this did not make they have done. So we at the moment we are seeing that it was Fonyi people, they targeted them. The GRA, when they were fighting, they said it's GRA sponsoring Gambia's activities. That director is still there. Is it fired? You tell me, things happen here. But that director is never fired. And then the worst thing for this government, that's why the government will never grow. It will never move. The people Gambia fired, they never investigated what these people have done. By then, the only qualification for this government to employ you is if you are anti-Gambia, if you are one who was insulting Gambia. So it's a compensation, not based on experience, not based on knowledge or based on skills. It was all about, hey, okay, you are qualified because you are an enemy of Gambia.
You are saying it's not knowledge based?
No, it's not knowledge based. We have seen it. Why are they thinking? All these institutions, whatever I'm saying, we have to report to the National Assembly. It is not me who is going there to report that. I do my oversight function to go and see what happened. But the report is prepared by the auditors. Go there and see what mess is happening. Now, you go to this thing, how do you call it, Gamtel. Go to Ports Authority now. Our port is already been taken by Senegal. Go to this institution. The report is there. Saro here. Saro, we may end up privatizing. Even some of these institutions, you know what is happening.
So now, after this release.
So when they said that the target was not about Fonyi people, did they come out and say, okay, we sacked these Fonyi people because this is what they have done? Ms. Manibe, did they come with that report? So if that report is not out, the target was for Fonyi people because they were the only directors. Lantombo and others, yes, they were released from prison, just as others. They never get employment. Or just later now we are talking this and this. Now Lantombo and others, now they're Baggy, who was here, the serious by them to kill the peace. Baggy would have continued. Baggy even convinced the soldiers. He said, soldiers is just like a woman. Your husband dies, you are married to another husband.
Yeah, so now.
But did they hire him as a
Yeah,
yes?
now after your presser, government responded. You understand? That is you.
To the paper.
Yes, yes.
Not us. They should have written to us and copied to the newspapers. This is what I believe they should have done professionally and technically.
Yeah.
They
released a press.
We got a press submitting it to all institutions, all the NGOs and even embassies in the country. Yeah, now, if government want to respond to us, they should have written a copy to us and then copied it to the same institution to false our allegations. Did it happen? We don't get our letter.
Okay, now
we only see it on the paper like this. How do you call it? That newspaper.
Now after that, you were at in March. You were at the State House to meet the president.
Yes.
5 of you.
Yes.
If I'm right, 5 of you.
Yeah.
You met the president.
Yeah.
How did that came? You were the one who requested that, or is the president who requested
and then
that?
those who are reading between lines, you know, there are people who are working with Barrow. Definitely, those people that you have genuine who want peace, who have seen that definitely injustice has happened. You know, for me, I am one who accepts when it is wrong. If I accept, yes, but you cannot also push me to accept when you know you are wrong. You don't want to accept. There are people who say what is going is wrong, and they definitely are not happy. It's better for us to have dialogue with Barrow, which I understand we accepted. I am one of the NAMs who was even facilitating, communicating to these guys. And I said I would never go alone. I have to go with my fellow NAMs.
So they are the one who requested all you.
Yeah, now, when I said that, then they gave us room. And then it was these people who facilitated, made all the appointments with Barrow and invited us to State House. Gambian people, what happened first? Their concern is, oh, Barrow Fana Minotale. I couldn't deal with it.
Yeah, we will. Now the issue is, you went to the State House.
Yes, we went to the State House.
How?
You know,
what was the outcome? And what was discussed there?
The outcome
what was discussed there?
You know, what is discussed there? You know, when we had a private discussion, Barrow said he'll make the follow-up, what our concerns are, and then he'll make investigations. This phony about the directors who lost their job, what he told us, that is normal. You know, when new government comes, you can just fire others and bring others. We can understand. But why only a region was targeted? So for me, that's what he's a president. And then when I look at Barrow's leadership style, for me, I cannot subscribe to that. I have reasons.
So now, after that meeting, he said he's going to act on them? Or?
No, Barrow said he's going to look at it. Barrow, one of the things that even Barrow told me, he said, no, I never knew that these people where they are occupied, like Biam, you know, it's a rice field. Yes, that's what he said.
He emphasized that.
He said because he's a farmer. And then for him, he's looking about food self-sufficiency for the country. So definitely these people occupying a farmland that is used by farmers, he's not happy with it. But he would make sure he makes an investigation and then see what he can do about it. Until he asks us now, if I'm to remove these people, where do we take it? I said it's not me to decide that.
To remove the
If you remove the soldiers, don't call them a comic. Stop calling them a comic. These are Senegalese officers. I have the evidence. They can come for me. Because the comic commander in Gambia said these people are not part of a comic. This is an agreement made by my party and others at that time to bring the Senegal because they are scared of Gambia and then to fight this timber. That they were giving answers to our people.
So let's come to the issue.
Tell Senegalese, when you say, because are you hearing any a comic problem, those living in Fajara here? No. Those living in Bara, no. No one is complaining about them. The only complaint would be, why would those on peacekeeping missions occupy our State House?
So was there any timeline for Barrow to say? He said he will look at it.
He will look at
it. And then he did not give any timeline to say
he said no.
From this time frame to this time frame. Or he only saw a concern over the rice field that was taken by.
When I look at Barrow, I do feel sorry for him. Yes, for me, Gambia 22 years. Probably if Gambian people have decided that it's enough for him, who am I to say no, even if I'm a supporter? It do happen. Let me tell you. So Gambia now left. But the problem is the starting was totally wrong. Everything was a mess up. That's why I say the coalition, it was all the mess up you are in is about the coalition. Let us not only single out because Barrow is the only last person there. I always tell people, Barrow, I watched Barrow on TV and I listened to Barrow when Barrow was in Senegal. When he was asked, Barrow can only tell you that I have a team. What is Barrow's level of education? Barrow has never worked for government. Now imagine someone who has never worked for government. Imagine someone who did not get any degree program because Barrow did not even get a diploma. Whatever. Now this guy is someone who is have to look after intellectuals, PhD holders, master degree holders, PA holders. How is Barrow going to manage these people? You tell me. They only bring false things, false reports and everything. And Barrow was acting on them thinking that I'm doing the right thing. But I know the people will blame Barrow. For me, I blame Barrow very little. But now we have to say Barrow because that's what people are doing because since he's the leader.
He's the leader. So actually, now he went there and then he did not outline any time frame and also he did not tell you that he will act on them. He said he will look at them. And then that was March.
He said he would act immediately.
Immediately. Okay.
Now,
he will act immediately.
You know our problem. Gambians have a problem. It is about the pocket interest. Gambia's loyalty is not about political party loyalty. It's about pocket loyalty. There were people that they used there when Barrow was there. Instead of telling Barrow, look, okay, no alliance like which I belong to. Okay, maybe these are their concern. It's not even me. You can target me today. Barrow said that, okay, I said, okay, I want to be a supporter of Barrow. The people who voted me are the ones who got offended. And then that's why I'm part of that camp. That's why I'm selected from that camp to represent them. Now, what their complaints are, what their voices are, is what I'm voicing out. It's not something that is about an individual person. So if you target me, maybe you want to silence me. That's why other NAMs lost their positions. Because for them, they went, when the people who put them there are not in agreement with them. So when they did that, voting came, they stood. Imagine an incumbent, like my area, you came second to last. An incumbent like me at the moment means you have not done anything for your people. 7 candidates, you are number 6. Something is wrong.
Yeah. So just to wrap this up, you when you left there, and then it went few months, did you follow up?
To be honest with you, when we left, Barrow said he'll make an investigation. They send people, like what I always say, not I'm scared of Barrow, not I don't want to blame Barrow, but I feel like Barrow did not have the right advisors. Now, what they are interested is about, they say, reconciliation. To reconcile with you, what happened? It is about preparing for next elections. That's what is only happening.
Reconciliation between the
APRC. No, we reconcile to support that. That's all. They are going out. Please fight. I always tell people, like you look at the Niger war, they say they're going to Niger to help Niger fight, but with the help of their what? European and American partners, the government. The government that he's naming are the government that are deporting our youths. He's not telling them, stop deporting my people, but those people will tell him, advise him, go and invade Niger. What type of friendship are you talking about here? You don't condemn the deportation of our boys that the Europe you call your partners and America you call your partners are doing. But going to Niger is in collaboration with those people to go and now fight for democracy for Niger people because they voted for a democratic government. And we saw those people dancing. You look at some of these things. If you see,
yeah. So you did not follow up with Barrow from there.
We did not.
Yeah. So you've written a letter to other UN.
We have written to inform him so that no one try to turn. Like what I said, even professionally and technically, the reply should not be at the newspapers. They never wrote to us. And when they said we only found that it's false, what is false? 45 directors were dismissed. What have they done? They should provide, we dismiss them on this, and people know that no, they had reasons. And now the shooting of those people, we have the evidences. Whether they have gone there to fetch firewood, whether they are doing something illegal, but there is no law, no domestic law, our own laws or international law, which warrant or give them powers to shoot and kill these people. Why would you use a drone on an armed civilian?
So did the other people you have copied reply?
No, they don't reply.
Other institutions,
I mean, the theory here is coming out.
Nobody replies.
You know, Mama Candace, who is going to reply? Remember, look him.
You've written a letter to UN. You've copied them.
Africa, why Africa is becoming underdeveloped? Let me tell you, people sometimes don't like it. It is us ourselves. We put our leaders there, but the drivers are the Western. Where they want you to go, you drive. Anytime they pull your steering wheel, you do not go there. You are a dictator. We are not fighting like what Mama Kanda said, the causes of change of government through the barrel of corn. We wait when it happened, we said we are going there. We thought, all of us, you and me, thought that the change of government through a barrel of corn is now history. Why is it coming back? Within a period, 5 governments.
So none of them replied to...
None even go to us to acknowledge which should have happened. We've received your letter with concern, we'll make a follow-up. I have not, because if it is written to my secretary, I am the leader of the 5 NAMs. I would have seen that letter. And then this one that is responded by government to newspapers, instead of writing to us, that's why I say that you don't have professionals. And these are people who call themselves intellectuals. We wrote to Barrow, made a petition to government, write to us, reply us back, and they make a copy to the institution that we have copied. They did not do that. And you reply to the newspapers and you just say it populist. What are you going to do? Is it also right to say to the newspaper, the one that said is not?
So now are you going to relax?
No, it's about our people. We are representatives of the people. All we want...
Yeah, you've made an effort, release a presser, meet the president.
With all that,
so yes.
We want peace. We don't want any war. We want dialogue with Barrow. No one benefits from war. No one is a winner when there is war.
That's the fact.
You hear that? So what we are fighting for, we said what is happening is not proper. So using force is not the solution. This is why when our people, any society, you have what you call radicals. For others to say, let's get up, let's demonstrate, let's even block the road. When we do that, some people will lose life there. And we are talking about shooting of people. And we're going to give another bad name to the government. It happened in Faraba. These people say, no, you cannot use our pharaohs to mine the sand. What happened? Didn't they kill those who were shot there and killed? Is it not government? We don't want that to happen. Now we have written to Barrow. If our Barrow has got good advisors, it's not about targeting us. No, because they blame most of them who are after Barrow. When you talk, it's UDP now. No alliance is now with UDP. That's what they will tell you. What we are talking is better you tell us it's not true than pointing fingers to a party. And then 27.
So would you consider reconciling with the other party and then join the president? Hadn't been this
for me.
These demands
listen,
are met.
You know what they are even saying, the reconciliation. Why I'm not even in for reconciliation? They think that for us we are fighting about Yajeme. But those looking for reconciliation are saying that no, let's reconcile with Barrow, because if you reconcile with Barrow, Barrow will be able to bring Yajeme back. I do ask people this question. Was it the coup d'etat that removed Yajeme here? Yajeme lost election, he left. Yajeme wanted to live here. They said no, ECOWAS made that agreement. You see, that's why that agreement is now haunting ECOWAS. What peaceful solution are they going to take? Hadn't been the peaceful solution that cost ECOWAS less, no life, no property damage. They have used the same route. Hadn't been they just maintained to make sure Jammeh's assets and everything, family, were all protected. Even at the end, if the commission was there and they found that yes, Jammeh mismanaged funds, they can still and recover. But now taken from Jammeh and then benefited by individuals. You look at the theory here. Yeah, Jammeh has mismanaged, Jammeh was corrupt. They seized all the Jammeh as they sold it, but it's shared, not government. You and me don't even benefit from it. But we feel because some of them are enemies of Jammeh, yes. But Abidu did whatever he want. The commission of Ghana commission, they did whatever they want. We have come to see that. They will tell you, when we put pressure on them, they came out with the publication of the assets sold. What they even published is just a quarter. Now, the farmlands that they seized from Jammeh, let me tell you, these Kalilai family farms, these were farms that you and me, when you are students, even if you have never been there, we go there, we work in the farm. All those harvests, having the Jammeh sponsored, go to the files. I was sitting at Kalilai family farm. 250,000 scholarship. So Jammeh's money, all what we are farming there, when they sell, Jammeh will add money. If Jammeh was even crop, Jammeh was taking the money from government coffers, even if he was using it. So also you and me, I never benefited from that scholarship. And then later I applied for that scholarship when I was going to study in the UK. The person was there, was a Jola. I never get the scholarship. I managed my own to go there, I studied. Luckily I came again. The president was impressed when he saw my certificate. He employed me again to work for him. I came across people who are sponsored, who 27 became the biggest enemies of Jammeh, insulting when it was Jammeh who turned their lives. The hypocrisy of Gambians is what is holding the development of Gambians until we realize that we have to be honest and truthful.
So who do you think is the solution for this country?
The solution for this country is not Adama Barrow's leadership, because our attitudes are the problem. And Adama Barrow, one, he's not...
So which leader do you think?
No, I cannot say at the moment. All those people I'm seeing raising for this position, I follow them up.
You did not have any confidence?
I don't recommend anyone, because they were part of the coalition. You tell me, what guidance have they given to Adama Barrow?
You have a problem with the coalition?
I have a problem. Okay, the new guys, the one from the young man, one thing I appreciate about him, that I believe from Nyomi, I think something Game or I don't know, but he's from Nyomi, he's a young guy. For me, yes, if his party, he was able to build structures and everything, I wanted to believe, and the one who worked for civil aviation.
You are referring to Tabora Mane?
Tabora, exactly, Tabora.
And Abdullah Jame?
No, yeah, Tabora would have been my guy, to be honest with you.
With all these leaders?
No, let me tell you, Tabora, why Tabora? Because when he came, I think Tabora, like what you are calling about damage victims and others, Tabora was asked, now, if you take over, are you going to do revenge? Tabora said no. I was working this interview. He said, it has happened to my dad, whatever has happened, I've forgiven. It is about Gambia. And then I want to develop, we have to move. And then that guy got finance knowledge background. You see, you cannot just come and be a president without any background knowledge of how administration goes.
A lot of time. Huh?
Yeah, but these people came in, They were angry with Game, angry with Game's administration. 22 years, they said they spent all their resources. They were annoyed. So when they came in, what they thought first was to satisfy themselves. Someone who was renting, someone who was without a compound. Within 3 years, into Barrow's government, they built mansions, story buildings. We are getting all the lists. Some they have to buy houses in
You are
Dakar.
making allegations.
I am making allegations. The evidences are there. It will come one day, just as this thing. Now make it an allegation. You can put it now an allegation because I'm not calling it, because I'm saying them. There are people without compound. Today they are having 3 to 4 compounds within this period. How did they manage to buy a compound? How did they manage to construct it? We have the evidences. I'm not going to call names. They can run, but they cannot hide. You know that saying? They can run, but they are not hiding. Wherever they are constructing, we have people who they know what they are doing and they are reporting back to us. We are waiting for the right time to come.
Right.
And one day you will call me here and I remind you of it.
Surely you will have a lot of.
Okay.
Yeah, we will have that, inshallah.
Okay.
Just to remind the viewers that you're watching at Gambian Talents TV here, your favorite program, Bankolako, here with me is the Honorable Kebba Tumanding Sanneh, Nam for Fonyi Jarol, and I am Sirif Konte. So we've just exhausted the entire time, Honorable, and I hope you have that call thing. You were talking with a very heavy pace. You can have that call.
Yeah.
You're about to wrap up. So finally, you can give your final remark.
My final remark is, Gambians, we have to learn to forgive and forget. Let me just use this knowledge that I gained from my China trip. China said they suffer too much. That's now they are not involved on conflicts that does not concern them. Gambia is a small country. I am advising the government, let us get away, let's use dialogue, encourage our partners, whatever, that in Chad or Niger, what we need is dialogue, not military intervention. It's not going to be good for you and me, because you know our economy, 13% going to 14% inflation. Unemployment at 42%. Unemployment. Deportation, our youths are coming. Now they cannot even convince those European partners and American partners. Can you please, these are economic migrants. These people are not rebels. These people are not criminals. Why can they tell them that, please, these are just economic migrants? They are even doing jobs that those people don't do. Citizens don't like it. Just only to earn a living. Why they don't tell their European partners that, look, can't we address this, we stop them? The sinking of boats. Germany said a lot of things that wanted Germany. The sinking of boats, they will leave all here, no boat will sink. But go to the Meridian Sea. Our youths are dying there like frogs. They are economic migrants. And then we have what we call international laws that protect them. And they have been deported. You are not using those avenues to make sure you solve those problems. But now, because of just Western interest in Niger, they are coming to dictate you to say, let's go to Niger. And why not even Mali? Why not even Guinea-Conakry? Ask yourself. Why not Burkina Faso? Why did they do any military intervention there? Why now are they choosing to go to Niger? I'm telling my government, let's look for something peaceful. And I'll also ask Gambians, let's change our mindset. Let's definitely be nationalists. I should not come here to defend it. That's why when I talk, I don't say Ageme did not commit anything. But I think we said we came here Ageme because of his human rights record. Now, we have to learn from what happened to make sure that now, this time we came. But did we came? We say Ageme was killing people. How many people are dying now?
So your problem is we did not change.
No, we did not change. In fact, the worst why we are not protected, our worst security is not in the hands of our security. Senegalese are here, economic here. Still now crime is happening here. They are killing people. You tell me what is the essence of them having? Then they are not here to protect you and me. They are here to protect the president. What is the essence of having these foreign forces here when you and me are not protected? And then every day, even as I speak to you, if you don't mind, if I have lived there, I'm not with a car, I'll tell you, please allow me. I'm scared to go alone. People are not secure every day. We have seen it here, what happening. Even our tourism, this is even sending away tourists who are coming here because they are reading it on the news what is happening. People living in these estates, what is happening to them? Those areas that are quiet areas, they are attacking them. Armed robbers are doing it in the government we have not known.
Thank you very much.
So what is the essence of having these foreign forces here? You tell me now. And why should they even occupy our state house? We need to review things and then look at it. There are people who are part of it when this thing happened. Now they are out of the system, they knew it's wrong. How do we sit as a family and discuss? No one benefit from war, no one benefit from any violence. And then there are issues that the government need to address. Unemployment, deportation, our economy, the way things are going. These are all causes of war. Poverty.
Thank you very much, thank you very much, Honorable. Thank you very much for honoring the invitation. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And just to once again to tell you that you're watching at this program that is Bankola Code that comes your in every Sunday from 7 o'clock to 8:30. We've just decided to post the time a bit tonight. So thank you. Until next time. Honorable drink coming. Ila beso waratale.
No, but yara nila fami tonyala. Nde koto manga gele ya sitile ya minde karsino la. 81. Would I come nga query because I utan ka jawra. So. Wala ne kamen balo men ngin ka ten. I know me so nde ba fla ko hani koto ma. Imala raj bayde. Karsino musi